Let me show you how I took typical serial ports and made them available wirelessly. On multiple occasions, I find myself dragging projects I'm working on to access the serial port for debugging or monitoring. Sometimes I'm lucky and I work on small and easy to carry projects like an Arduino parking assistant, but other times it is more challenging like this laser engraver. It is connected to a power supply, an exhaust, and it's too big to easily move around and mount on my desk. So I made this wireless serial gateway. It is based on a wireless microcontroller, the ESP8266, and plugs directly to the serial RX and TX pins on any project. It is powered by USB. This wireless gateway is portable, so it can easily be moved from one device to the next. This is how I typically set it up. I connect TX to RX, RX to TX, then I power it using the USB cable. Since I am using two different power supplies, I need to connect the ground from the Wemos D1 Mini to the project's ground. After flashing the device to the ESP8266, I went through the typical portal setup to enter my Wi-Fi info. I made an earlier video about this portal setup if you're interested. Then it's all set up. And now today's video sponsor, PCBWay. I have been using PCBWay for years, and they are my go-to manufacturer for all my prototypes. I've been averaging a week from the time I place an order to the time I have them in my hands. I'm very happy with the quality so far, and ordering PCBs have come a long way, especially for hobbyists. So I encourage you to give them a visit. I will put a link to their site down below. In the code, I created a WebSocket that sends any messages coming from the serial port to the browser. JavaScript code running on the client browser displays these messages in a text area. This was also used to get any commands sent using an input text field to the socket back to the Wemos D1 Mini, which in return sent them over serial. I used a web server on the ESP8266 to host all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files. The serial port can then be accessed using a browser and navigate to its IP address, and this is what it looks like. If you have worked with any terminal before, then the interface should be familiar. It has an auto-scrolling at the top for the console and the terminal prompt at the bottom. The baud rate can be changed at the top right corner to match the rate of the serial port for your device. Each time this drop-down menu is changed, a command is sent over the socket to change the serial speed on the ESP8266. As you can see, the hardware is only a single Wemos D1 Mini, but any ESP8266 module or board can do the job. As long as your serial port is 3.3 volt, then it should be plug and play. But if you are working with a 5 volt serial, then a logic shifter might be required. But from my experience so far, ESP8266 can handle 5 volt serial no issues. And to show it in action, here's an example where I installed it on my laser engraver. The CNC runs the Gerbil firmware. I can use the browser to check the settings, view the build info, move it, or perform any commands I usually do over serial. In fact, my next project takes this simple concept to a whole new level, where I can monitor and control a 3D printer remotely. I love this little tool. It came in handy on numerous occasions and made my life easier, especially when troubleshooting remote devices. I will link to the bin file in the description if you want to flash it and give it a try. That's it for me. Thank you for watching.